but make sure you're planning for all of your needs, whether it be healthcare directives while you're still alive, whether it be power of attorney or durable power of attorney, whether it be estate planning after you were to pass away and where you want the money to go to, whether you need a trust or not, or wills and things like that.
Achieving financial success takes dedication, discipline, and most importantly, a plan. For over 30 years, Don Reynolds has helped savers define their needs, formulate their plans, and achieve their goals. From accumulation to preservation and protection, and through the income distribution phase in retirement, implementing the right strategies makes all the difference. Your retirement is our business. Welcome to Strategic Asset Preservation.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Reynolds Wrap. Of course, I'm Don Reynolds, and
Corey over here joining everybody.
By now, I hope you know us. Hope you've been enjoying the show. Again, we're just here to try to, give you more information, education, to help you, waver through the retirement. Today, we're going to talk about 5 planning mistakes and we see this more often than I'd like to admit to be honest. So. Number one, I guess, is, what we say, have a grip on your retirement. And when we talk about retirement, what's the most important thing in our opinion? And I think most people agree with it. It's income. I mean, how do you retire if you don't have enough income to sustain your lifestyle?
Yeah.
And so with that, we want to make sure that you, understand what is your income needs first off. So that means create a budget. See, a lot of people don't have a budget going into retirement. I don't know how they do that, but to me, that's where it all starts. What's my budget? What's my lifestyle I want, my travel, all that kind of stuff. And then you got to go from there. How am I going to get the money? Where's the money coming from? And so that's important to make sure that you have that addressed and really figured out, I guess, is the best way I can put that.
Especially with diminishing pensions, we got to make sure that we've got that income gap figured out, because again, pensions are falling away. Less and less people have a pension available to them for income. So you need to make sure beyond Social Security, what do I have for guaranteed income to help me meet my needs, my budget?
Yep, exactly.
Number 2, then, if we're looking at these 5 steps again that we see as far as planning the missed, would be inappropriate risks. We see this way too often, folks. In fact, I just met with a client right before a podcast here that pulled up her 401k statement, and she did not have any idea that she was bearing the risk and the level of risk into a moderate aggressive level, even into the aggressive nature, as to what her current funds were invested into. And I'd asked her, have you looked at this and were you managing this? She said, well, I haven't met with my guy for about 4 years or so, because typically they may come in on an annual basis and they don't update it for times, whether it be economic times or, again, the age and, nearing retirement, we run out of time. So again, make sure, folks, by all means, that you make sure to have your risk level assessed. I would say at least annually, if not every couple of years, and look at, am I really aligned with my risk level with my investments? Because you might be bearing too much risk or maybe not enough risk. If you're looking at, you've got some time yet and you need to have your assets grow to a certain level, back to that income. So again, make sure that you've got a risk assessment done. Again, make sure you're working with someone, you're meeting with them at least annually, like we do with our clients here, if not more than that, each and every year. And we assess and we change investments as needed.
Yeah, and one thing, maybe you've heard this before, they call it the rule of 100. And basically what that is, simplistic way, take 100, subtract your age. So if you're 70, that means you should only have about 30% of your money at risk. It's kind of just a good gauge. Now, again, depending on other factors, maybe you can have more risk. Maybe you should even have less than that. So it's just something that, we like to share. The next thing, what we think is a huge planning mistake, and part of that is the government has told everybody, defer your income, defer it. Well, guess what, folks? That's probably not the best plan, because by deferring your income today, when we are in historic lowest levels of taxes, unless you think taxes are going to get lower, I'm not sure how that's ever going to happen. But if you believe that, well, then go ahead and keep deferring. But if you don't think that's ever going to happen, and I'd say 99% of the people out there agree with that, then you really shouldn't be deferring income anymore. You should be paying your taxes today. Because again, all deferring does is it creates more tax than later on in retirement. A lot of people are shocked when they actually come to a workshop of ours or come in and do the discovery meeting, and they see the cause and effects of that deferral. it's an eye opener. I can assure you of that. So again, we just want to share that with you.
Yeah. Very important. And, I know we've talked about this in past episodes and whatnot, is planning for long-term care. That would be one of the fourth step here now of a common mistake made. Folks, make sure you have a plan in place. And I'm going to elaborate just a tad on this, because the key not only is just planning for potential long-term care stay, but make sure you're planning for all of your needs, whether it be healthcare directives while you're still alive, whether it be power of attorney or durable power of attorney, whether it be estate planning after you were to pass away and where you want the money to go to, whether you need a trust or not, or wills and things like that. So folks, it's not just about planning for long-term care and how you may have to pay for that or bear that risk or bear that bill, but it's also just about making sure you've got all of your things in order while you're alive and then after your passing. And here again at Strategic Asset Preservation, we've evolved to having an estate planning attorney right on site with us in our very office, so our clients can come through our door and not only have us to help them with financial advice, but we've also got an attorney right here, part of our team, that they can meet with just right across the door from our offices. Very convenient, very easy. And again, a common mistake that we see people night and day that we meet with that just don't even have a will and don't have durable power of attorney or healthcare directives. Again, very important things to have before and while you're still alive, but then again, making sure you have stuff in order for if you did have a long-term care say need in your future or again afterwards.
Yep, for sure. That's very important. We see too much of it. Yeah. And then finally, the last thing is not using Social Security, and what I say effectively. Yeah. Okay. Most recent studies said that of all the people who responded, 88% of the people said it's 55% of their monthly income.
Yeah.
Well, that tells me it's very, very important that you make sure you do that one right, because once you make an election, you can't really undo it. And so that's where we offer that discovery meeting. We have software that's built around filing strategies of Social Security. Again, we're happy to sit down with you. We do Social Security workshops. I think they're going to be out on our website coming up pretty soon, where you'll actually see where they're at. So you can actually just show up if you want to. Yeah. But Social Security is a huge thing. And, again, our goal and our mission is really to reduce or eliminate taxation on your Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds easy and it's not always possible, but we strive to do that for all folks, because in some respects, some people think it's actually double taxation.
Yeah.
I'm not here to say it is or isn't, but the point is make sure you do your diligence with this one, because it's imperative that you do that before you make the election. Make sure you see the numbers. We can actually show it to you. What are you leaving on the table if you go early versus what are you gaining by going later? Absolutely. Maybe the delayed credits. So with that, if you really want what we call an optimized retirement plan, please give us a call at 651-773-3859. Again, that's 651-773-3859. We'd be happy to sit down with you. Again, no cost, no obligation discovery meeting is what we call it.
Go through these 5 mistakes that we commonly see and see if there's any holes that you're missing and risks that you're bearing that you shouldn't be. So give us that call. Come in and sit down with us. We can give you this printout of this sheet here, and we can go through it in your personal situation.
Exactly. Well, thanks for your time. I hope you're getting value out of our podcast, and we look forward to seeing you in the near future.
Have a great day, folks.
Bye now.
Listen to more with Don Reynolds and Corey Stilp on the Strategic Asset Preservation Podcast by visiting 800preserve.com.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature and not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.
Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services. Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.